If your idea or your broker or your coach's idea of prospecting is pounding the phones 8 hours a day, it's no wonder you're burned out. The reality, there are much smarter and better ways to leverage your time, effort, and energy to generate massive amounts in real estate leads without burning out. Think of it this way. If you're building a business hammering the phones 24/7, what happens if you step away from the business? If you want to go on vacation, goodness forbid, you get sick or you just are burning out and you need some time off. Is your business going to continue to generate leads if you're not hammering the phones? In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 systems that you can implement into your business today that will ensure a duplicatable and repeatable source of business, whether you show up to work or you take some time off. Point number 1, this is tried and true. This is the gold standard, your database. You must have a database. And whether that database is 10 folks, 100 folks, or 1,000 folks, have a database. Past clients, center of influence, sphere of influence, people that you have done business with or want to do business with, not only in the real estate space, but think about it. Who puts the braces on your kids' teeth? Who changes your oil? Where do you take your clothes to the dry cleaner? Who is the butcher at the local supermarket? There are folks that you interact with on a daily basis that know you, hopefully like you, and they wouldn't mind hearing from you. Get the name, get the email address, let them know that you specialize in real estate in their particular area and that you're going to send them market updates and just general real estate related news. Most people aren't going to say no, especially if you have a decent interpersonal or business type relationship with them. Most people, most agents are sitting on 6 figures just in the database alone, but they don't put in the systems to follow up. You see, in previous videos, link down below, I actually talk about how you can get a 3, 5, 7% turnover on your database. What does that mean? If you have 100 people in your database and you properly market to that database, you can potentially get 3, 5, 7 deals just out of that database alone. What's your average dollar per deal? Multiply that by 3, multiply by 5, multiply it by 7. And there's the amount of money that you're sitting on that you could and probably should be following up with on an ongoing and consistent basis. Method number 2, social media. We're all already on social media. We're already logging in. Why not post a little bit of content before we scroll and get updated in the world of social media? Use it for your business, not just for your entertainment. A lot of folks want to do that, but they don't necessarily know how to do that. Well, a simple step is linked in the cards at the end of this video. Somewhere here, I'm actually going to put how to create your marketing plan in 5 minutes or less using AI. That'll be at the end of the video linked up here. And you can essentially create your social media campaign by using artificial intelligence, and you can create it in 5 minutes or less. But the gist of it is you should be providing value each and every day in regard to real estate. But here's the key, team. Make it hyper local and hyper specific to the area you work in. Now we can train and we can condition AI to make our marketing hyper local, on point with our brand, and also using the persona of us in conveying our continuity and our message across to our potential and future client. All it takes is a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of setup, and then boom, we have a duplicatable and repeatable marketing plan that runs on autopilot. And last but not least, number 3, event-based business. And by event, I mean life events. There's things that happen in life that cause us to, well, need to move and sell property. We need to buy or sell property based on life events. There's negative ones, but there's also positive ones that we can focus on. I tend to choose to focus on the positive ones. And how do we identify those positive life events? Job promotion, job relocation, a financial windfall of coming into money by marketing and prospecting to tax professionals, CPAs as referral partner. It's a very, very lucrative referral-based business that is largely untapped and specific to your hyper local area. Link down below. I also have another video called the $1 Million Referral System, where I talked about how I built a business based solely on referrals, working only with CPAs and tax professionals, that was extremely profitable, productive, and continues to pay me to this day. One solid referral partner can replace a year's worth of cold calls and prospecting. So focusing on these three items, implement these into your business. I'm not saying stop cold calling. In fact, you should be doing it on an ongoing and daily basis anyway, but it shouldn't be the sole dependency of your business. It shouldn't be the only thing you do, because at the end of the day, you're going to need a break. You're going to get tired. You're going to want to take some time off. And well, eventually you're going to want to retire, right? So you need to have a business that's duplicatable, repeatable, and continues to feed you leads even if you're not hammering the phone. So with that said, team, click the links down below. There's a couple different options. One is you'll see we have the opportunity to create a working relationship in regard to a coach mentor. You can work one-on-one with me. If working with me one-on-one's not your cup of tea, don't worry. There's a lot of links down there. I also reference the $1 Million Referral System and also the 5-minute marketing strategy, which I'm going to link here. With that said, team, get out there, get after it. We'll talk soon.